Welcome to the first in our series of our Foodwise course. Foodwise is a Public Health Wales initiative and based on the Eat Well plate, and really it's all about giving you the information that you need to help you make better decisions for balancing weight, maintaining weight or losing weight. In this first edition of the course, what we're going to look at is the benefits of losing weight and to try and look at and discuss some of the myths and some of the facts about weight loss so that we can help you to improve your information and your knowledge with regards to food and what we think are good choices as opposed to what we think are poorer choices. So with regards to eating well and either maintaining weight or losing weight, there's obviously lots of benefits for losing weight, and most of those are designed around our health. Having a healthy weight will also have lots of mental and well-being benefits too. But the key ones in terms of our health are related to our heart, so lower blood pressure, having a healthier heart, lower cholesterol, having more energy, feeling fitter, looking better, and quite a lot of the aesthetic reasons for losing weight. But our whole focus is about being healthier for life, being healthier for a future that allows us to have a stronger heart and less reliance upon medication and other support services on a daily basis. One of the books that we use on the course, this is our Foodwise diary. It's a handbook, Foodwise for Life. This is actually designed by Public Health Wales. Like I say, it's based on the Eat Well plate, and it's the Change for Life initiative, because this is all about making those changes for life that are going to impact on your active daily living for the rest of your life. In the book contains lots of information for you. Some of you may already have this book in the course. Otherwise, if you'd like to have a copy of the book and attend the course when classes return to normal, then by all means, just let us know. So, one of the things that we want to really discuss in the first part of this session is about the myths and facts with regards to diets. Things that friends tell you, things that you may have heard about in the media, or that you may have heard from family members. I've got lots of different cards here, and we're just going to go through them, and I'm going to talk to you about this. So, the first one here. So, let's see. Low-fat foods will help you lose weight. So what do you think this is? I think the fact that it's low fat leads people to think that it's true, that it will help you to lose weight. But in fact, this is a myth. And the reason it's a myth is because lots of low fat food they actually contain quite a lot of sugar instead of fat to replace flavour. And so if you looked on a calories basis, they're actually pretty similar and sometimes higher in calories than the standard normal version of that food. So it's really important to compare a low-fat product with a standard product to really see what you're getting. The only exception to this would be cheese, because if you take the fat content out of cheese, you can't replace it with sugar because it changes the taste of cheese altogether. So with the one exception of cheese, with everything else, make sure you're comparing it on a like-by-like basis, because like I say, I think you'll be surprised with the calorie content is generally higher or the same. Okay, so next one. Frozen or canned fruits and vegetables contain less vitamins than fresh ones. We've become a little bit snobbish with regards to frozen and canned fruits and vegetables. What were often a staple in our grandparents' time and our parents' time, we don't tend to normally have lots of. I'm sure that lots of you can remember having tinned peaches and tinned pears on the weekend after your roast dinner. And with regards to this again is in fact a myth. Frozen or canned frozen sometimes are often larger. They have more vitamins because they are frozen at source. So they don't go through any process of travelling from the field in the transport chain through to the supermarkets and then out to us at home. So there's no processing involved or handling involved in that. But they do contain all the micronutrients, so the vitamins and minerals that we would want to have in our diet. So the next one, here we go. Diets don't work. What do we think of that one? You know, everyone thinks I'm going on a diet. After Christmas, we go on a diet. Before our summer holidays, we go on a diet. It's actually not about dieting. And this is a fact. We would say that diets don't work. What we'd like to have is a well-balanced diet, a diet that includes all the food groups and a little bit of those things that we enjoy. The only way to lose weight is to eat less and move more. Scientifically proven, the only way. And we will cover that in one of the other lessons that we're going to do. But importantly, having a diet which is restrictive, either in terms of calories or in food groups, can have really, quite potentially damaging effects to our body. So diets don't work. What do you think? Nuts are higher in fat than chocolate. So a nut, it's natural, so something that is grown, whereas chocolate, we make it. So higher in fat. Now that is actually a fact. Nuts are higher in fat than chocolate, but the key is the type of fat. It's a healthier fat for you, but they also contain fibre. So as a preference, nuts are a better choice than chocolate. Here's a big one for you carb haters. So potatoes, bread, pasta and rice are fattening. So they're carbohydrates, an essential source of nutrients for our body, but are they fattening? That's a myth. They're actually a great source of energy for the body. They're not fattening. The only thing that will increase your weight is if you eat too much and do too little. So it's not about what necessarily, but how much. So they are not fattening. Fatty and sugary foods can be a part of a healthy diet. I'm going to go straight in for this. Fact. Having fats and sugar in your diet is actually essential, but what we want to consider is how much we have. So it's sparingly in some cases and in moderation with others. But a well-balanced diet contains your carbohydrates, your proteins, fats, and it will contain sugars as well as your oils. So talking of oil, olive oil is good for you and can be used freely. Olive oil. It's what they credit the Italians having longevity of life, is the olive oil. But this is in fact a myth. And it's about the word freely. Whilst olive oil is again a healthier choice in terms of oils to use when you're cooking or for salads, it should still be used sparingly because it still has a high calorie content. Just like butter or lard, it has a high calorie content. Okay, so eating one meal a day is the best way to lose weight. Absolutely not. And we have some research for this. So they did some research and did this in America, and they actually discovered that 94% of people who were successful in losing weight and keeping the weight off had breakfast. So that's a myth. Everyone should know this. We bang on this for our children and for everybody. You should eat 5 portions of fruit and vegetables each day. Absolutely. Fact. And the 5 is a minimum. Get those veggies in. Okay. Food eaten late at night stops you from losing weight. A bit of an old wives' tale, this. Certainly, I've heard this lots of times from the older generation, but in fact, this is a myth. It doesn't matter when you eat your food. It's how much you're eating and what you're eating that will either make you gain weight or make you lose weight. It doesn't matter when you eat it. Motivation and support are important, successful weight loss tools. Yes, they are. You have to be motivated. You're the one that has to do the hard work. You have to do the cooking and make those choices about what you're eating. But having the support of other members of the household and your friends and your peers is really important for success. So, half to 2 pounds per week is a realistic weight loss. This is what we say to people wanting to lose a half a pound up to 2 pounds a week. Now, people often get deflated when the scales don't move much, but actually this is really important. This is a fact, and it's a big fact, and I'm going to come on to why now. So every pound of fat that you lose per week, okay, to lose 1 pound of body fat per week, you have to lose 3,500 calories a week. So each pound of fat contains 3,500 calories. That's a lot of calories. That's 2 days worth of calories. So to lose 1 pound, you have to take 3,500 calories out of your diet. So if you're losing more than a pound a week, you're actually taking too many calories out of your diet. So to lose 1 pound a week, you must eat less than 500 calories per day. So take 500 calories less out of your normal daily intake. That's what you have to do to lose just 1 pound a week. So this is why this is really important. If you take more than that out of your diet on a daily basis, you're going to have problems with energy, you're going to feel very sleepy, really lethargic, and you're going to put your health at risk. So we need to be sensible because we need to maintain this for life. Okay, last two. So, skimmed milk has more calcium than full fat milk, or full cream milk. You know, the silver top, big thick centimetre of cream on top. Now, skimmed milk, yes, it does have more calcium than full fat milk or full creamed milk. The key though is it has less fat, and whilst milk is actually a low fat option, skimmed milk does contain significantly less fat than the full cream milk, but it has marginally a little bit more calcium in there. Obviously calcium, good for our bones, great for our teeth. Okay, the last one. So increasing activity helps to increase your metabolism. So what's really important here, this is actually a fact. When you increase activity, you actually naturally will lose, so when you lose weight, you will naturally lose fat and you will lose muscle too. So we need to increase our activity so that we can build the muscle that we've lost. So we need to increase our metabolism through activity so that we can increase our muscle mass, because reduced muscle mass, reduced body fat will all decrease our metabolism. So that is actually a fact. So those are the all of the facts and the myths that we're going to talk about today in this first session. And I think what's really important is some of them won't surprise you, and some of them really will surprise you. But it's really important to know the truth about these rumours and statements that people make, so that when we're making decisions in the supermarket, when we're putting our meals together, that we can actually do so with knowledge rather than what people have told us. So, myths and facts, all there for you. Replay the video if you want to go through some of them again. But moving on to the next session, we're going to talk to you in the next session about what's called the Eat Well plate. Now, the Eat Well guide, this is the Eat Well guide, and I'll put this on a separate slide for you guys so that you can see it. But it's basically representative of a plate which has our fruits and vegetables, our starchy carbohydrates, our dairy, our protein, and this little purple one here is our oils and spreads. Then over here we have our high fat, high sugar foods. The Eat Well guide was developed to give people a base and some information with regards to their diet. In the next session, we're actually going to look at this in more detail and talk to you about the food groups, what they are, and how many portions of each food group you should be looking to have each day to help you maintain and help you gain a well-balanced diet. So for now, that's this episode finished, and I look forward to seeing you in the next episode.